Hi, and welcome to today's topic, which is about choices and that spirituality is a choice that we must make several times a day. So I think that we all know the feeling that we have made a decision that we really want to choose a happy day, a wonderful day, a spiritual day, and then something happens when we go out of the door, and then we just fall straight back to the old patterns of being, right? And that I do want to say is completely normal. And that, of course, will happen until that we have created a new pattern. Spirituality is not just this great awakening that happens to us. It is something that we must work for and consciously trying to achieve better and better and better. But it is never about perfection. It is about in the morning that we set our intention. But just because we have set the intention and made a decision that we want to devote this day to love, we want to devote this day to forgiveness, we want to devote this day to joy, that doesn't mean that situations won't be coming in our way in order for us to grow spiritually. So I've said this a number of times before that it is in the hard times that we have the greatest chance of growth. So how can we grow if we never exercise our spiritual muscles? It is just like going to the gym. When we are going to the gym, we need to lift some heavier weights in order to get stronger. And it is the same thing in spirituality. When everything is just easy, when everyone is just doing exactly as we want to, we do not have to do so much ourselves in order to practice spirituality, right? Because everything is just as we want it to be. But when things goes against us, when people are not living according to love and light and so forth, when people are not triggering old wounds inside of us, then we don't really have the same chances. So every encounter that you have is a blessing, seen from a spiritual point of view, because you will get to have the gift of really understanding the power of spirituality, that you are the creator of your own life, that you can choose to be and feel and have whatever you want when it comes to your inside, because you have the full power of deciding who and how you are going to respond to. So it is all about understanding our own greatness in order to understand the power of spirituality. When we understand that we can be a slave to nobody if we choose spirituality, that it doesn't matter what people say, it doesn't matter even what people do towards us. If we truly choose love from within our core of our soul, that we really choose forgiveness, we really choose love, that we devote ourselves entirely to it, then we are free in any circumstance. And that is true freedom. And that is what we are searching for in spirituality. It is to experience our greatness. And I'm not talking about an egotistic greatness. I'm talking about our spiritual being, our spiritual alignment, our spiritual awareness, our spiritual greatness, if you want to call that. God within. Have you ever thought of how misunderstood God are? Like, God is accused for so many horrible things. So the most disgusting acts in the world are many times done in the name of God, you know. Yet, what does he offer? He still, even though that he have created all that is, even though that he is pure unconditional love, he never ever withhold his love for any of us, because he know who we are, and he know his children. He know that he himself is a part of us. And that is the love of God, I believe. And we have that same love within us. And when we strive to be that love and make a conscious decision over and over and over again to choose that when we are responded to in another way, then we start to know the heart of God, and we start to know true peace, and we start to know full how what it means to be fully liberated from this world, this worldly world, so to say, and live with our feet steady on the ground, but think the thoughts of heaven, so we can be free in a materialistical world. So we are not bound to it. Our body, yes, it is here, it is as it is, but we are not a victim to whatever our circumstances are for the moment. Never. Not if we choose to make a conscious decision to choose spirituality, to choose God, to choose love. And that is something that I just wanted to remind us all of today, that is something that we have to do several times during the day, over and over and over again. And just by we are making that decision, it is not just now I want to do that, it is a decision fully that is in alignment with your mind and your body, so to say, like your actions and your heart. Those three things need to go together. It is just like if you make a decision to go to the grocery store, you can make as many decisions you want, but if you really don't go to the groceries and pick up your groceries, it's just a decision, right? So we need to understand that we haven't achieved the spirituality just because we made a decision. That is just an intention. But then we need to act according to the decision with our whole being, in our actions, in our minds, in our talk. It needs to build a wholeness, a full circle. And when we do that, we can expect results. But many people think that it ends with a decision. Like, I have decided that I want to live a spiritual life. I have decided that I think spirituality is interesting. I have decided that spirituality is something that's for me. And I have prayed and I have done my morning routines. But that is wonderful with the morning routines. It is wonderful with the prayer and everything. But it is actually when we go out of our door and are out into the world that will show us how we really carry that decision out, and that those choices. And that is something that we need to turn back to over and over and over again, to go back to our morning rituals when we devote our day to God, to love, spirituality. We have to turn back to that decision several times a day, because it is something that that's just a part of the spiritual journey. We need to keep it going, just as we do at the gym. And that's just a part of being alive. That's just how it works. It's not just one decision and then it's done forever. It is something just like with food. You need to eat every day. And it's the same thing with spirituality. We need to practice it every day and consistently and in everything, and we never ever get done. So yeah, that was what I was thinking about today. I love you. See you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Bye.